Today, Giorgia Meloni, everyone's favorite girl boss fascist, is having a very bad day, and a very bad day for Georgia is a good day for the rest of us. But why, you ask, Georgia is having such a bad day? Well, see, the European Union's Court of Justice has ruled against her government, one that has been criminalizing parents that are seeking asylum when they bring their children with them. If that sounds strange that the pro-family politician Giorgia Meloni is against families, yeah, that shouldn't shock you. She's only for the right kind of families, and she doesn't even like all Italians. So let's talk about the case at hand here. It is called the Kinsa case. The Kinsa case involves a lady, her child, and her niece traveling to Bologna, Italy. At her port of entry, which was the airport, she went and requested asylum. And by law and treaty and EU law, she is meant to be not treated as a criminal merely for seeking asylum until an asylum decision is made, and only if it's made negatively in her favor. See, many governments have decided to do a clever little thing where they want to criminalize that parent for bringing along children with them. But the problem is, how could you possibly go and seek asylum without your child? This is basic rights of a family and a parent. And this isn't me just giving hippy-dippy nonsense. This is literal EU law that guarantees the rights of the family. And the woman in this case was suffering from a situation where she feared for the life from her partner, and also her niece's mother was dead and she had become her primary caretaker. So obviously, these were the girls who were meant to be with the correct parent at that moment. And so the Meloni government wanted to deport them and criminalize this woman. Unfortunately for Giorgia Meloni, this court case got all the way up through the EU Court of Justice, which not only ruled against Giorgia Meloni and the Italian courts, but also determined that they had breached multiples of her own civil rights in enacting this policy, and said that any member state that would be pursuing an equivalent policy to what Italy was doing would also be in violation of EU law, which is supreme in this case. Keep in mind, we're less than a week from 9 of the EU member state leaders getting together with Giorgia Meloni and Fredriksson from Denmark and deciding that they wanted to change the human rights laws so that they could more easily get around things like this court. And even as I'm recording this, we see the toppling of the Dutch government, which fell over Geert Wilders wanting to pursue his own Trump-style mass deportation plans. So we should expect a strong attack upon the European Court of Justice and a continued attack upon human rights laws, because these politicians, people like Giorgia Meloni and others like her, not only in her political party, but political parties across the continent, want to do mass deportations and put huge amounts of human beings, mothers, daughters, and nieces into camps. And this will be a horrific thing. Remember, these refugees laws were not created for people who live in the global south. No, they were created for Europeans after World War II, and when there were millions and millions of people displaced and refugees on this continent. Now, if you can do some engagement, please, or else I won't be able to pay rent. And if you can, please subscribe or donate using all the links in my bio.